It was the first time I had really in my life actually had an opportunity to like define who I wanted to be.
Were you in Chicago and did you cause such a disruption that the cops had to come and check out what was going down?
Yeah, I did.
So what the hell happened?
When I turned like 12 or 13 and my parents got me my first electric guitar.
Nice. What'd you get?
I got a red Ibanez. It's like red and black.
Sick.
And I still have it to this day.
Have you ever recorded a song on it?
I haven't, but that's a really good idea.
You should, dude.
I know,
good
that's
would
such
that
a good
be?
idea. The tracks are sick, man. The songs are really good. And I'm biased because they're my own, but
I'd be bummed if you're like, it kind of sucks, but it's going to come out. One of my close friends who stays with me when he's in town from London is Jack Alexander Payne.
Oh, you know Jack Payne?
You guys merch guy, isn't
What?
it?
Yeah,
Small
dude.
world, huh?
That's fire.
Corbyn Besson.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Let me set this slate over here.
It wasn't until like the last maybe year or two that I understood what those were for.
Yeah, to match the audio, especially when there's multiple cameras going, all the cameras have audio.
Yeah,
so there's going to be a part of each
waveform.
camera where I see the, and then you can match it up. Such a useful thing to do.
Yeah.
Even though technology nowadays, you don't have to, it can sync up automatically. I'm like, it's just keep it old school. As
Yeah,
well. It's such a good
I thought it was just for show for a long time, and then I
Seems like
realized,
it, right?
yeah, it's like classic movie thing to do, you know.
One time where I was using a slate just like this, I was out shooting a film for my buddy, a short film, his college university thesis project, and it was
crazy.
at the same place where you filmed Tied Up.
Oh, no chance.
Yeah,
Really? The motel thing?
Yeah,
the gas station thing?
Uh-huh.
Oh, crazy.
Face card on 10 you got them pressed away. You're breaking necks like that. Will you strut when you caught in the spotlight?
By the way, so Corbyn, we of course all know you from Why Don't We?
Yeah.
If all it is to say that is why is it so hard to say?
Which is a band that you were a part of years ago that really popped off. And since then, you've all been doing your solo stuff. I met Jonah earlier this year, in December.
Oh, nice.
I met Jonah. I was interviewing Ryan Lewis.
Yeah.
And he works a lot with him. So I got to meet him and chat. He was great. But you yourself, you've been embarking on solo stuff.
Yeah.
And one of the songs you've put out this year is Tied Up.
That track is, I mean, probably cliche to say, but very special song for me. It was, I think it's my 4th or 5th single that I've dropped as a solo artist. I originally wrote the song I think it was like August, maybe last year. And maybe it was September, but I think it was August, September. And this song came into existence around a time where I was kind of really questioning just like what I had done up until that point, and if I was like embarking on the right path for myself, and if like the journey that I was kind of seeing myself going on was the journey I wanted to go on. And so that song came about in the studio. I linked up with this producer and songwriter, super talented. His name's TenRoc. Works a lot with John Bellion, Monsters and Strangers, and
sick.
He's super sick, and so he's from New York. So we flew out, and we were in the studio that day, and we were just like, this is the first song we had worked on together, but we were like, let's just try something super different, like super out of my comfort zone, and just like see where it takes us.
This episode is brought to you by Google Gemini. Do you know that you can turn the most complex topics into simplified ideas? You can even turn long reads into quick listens, because what could be better than a podcast? The great news is students get Google Gemini's Pro plan for free for an entire year. Sign up by October 6th to get free access to Gemini 2.5 Pro, unlimited image uploads, deep research, Notebook LM, 2 terabytes of storage, and so much more. Visit gemini.google/students to learn more and sign up. And
I was like, all right, you know what? Like, I've been feeling like I should do something like this, so let's just try something random. And we played a couple. I'd been listening to a bunch of old Justin Timberlake at the time, and have been my whole life, but that time period specifically, I was referencing a lot of like Future Sex Love Sounds, and even some like Justified, like old stuff. And so we played the song My Love in the studio, which is a crank, if you don't know that song.
If I wrote you a symphony just to say how much you mean to me, what would you do?
And we played the song Summer Love. We were listening to Like I Love You, Sexy Back, like just all those classics. And I was like, for the purpose of this exercise, if I was going to do something that felt like me but pulled from all of these references, what would I do? And so we started with the synths that are like dun,
Yeah, cool.
dun, and I was like, okay, that sound is really cool. And then Hit-Boy came in, and so this was at Hit-Boy's studio as well. So I've been working with him a bunch, and he's insane. His discography is so crazy.
You're working with some insane people. This
Yeah.
is exciting as an artist, it must be.
Yeah, this was a crazy period of time. Hit-Boy came in with his drum loop, and pretty much right then and there, the song was like, had bones, and then the hook melody just kind of like came out of nowhere, and we were like, that melody's crazy. And I don't know, it was one of these things that the song kind of just wrote itself, and it was like it really wanted to exist, and that song really became like the creative breakthrough that I really needed at the time to like continue to create the stuff that I'm creating now. And so yeah, that song is like a catalyst for like the artist that I am right now compared to the artist I was last year, which is crazy.
Last year was the first year that you started putting out solo music, correct?
Yeah.
So what even just led up to that? Was Love Me More?
Love Me Better.
Love Me Better, sorry. Love
no
Me
worries.
Better was the first song that you put out for yourself.
Yeah.
You say I'm the one who's testing your patience. I think you just want somebody to blame.
It was the first time I had really in my life actually had an opportunity to like define who I wanted to be, you know, without the confines of a brand or a box or being like a piece of something that's bigger than yourself, you know. And so for a while that was a really daunting thought.
Yeah, intimidating, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was like, and it was combined with like the group went on hiatus and we had to wait out our contract for like a year and a half or so. So during that whole year and a half, it was kind of confusing because we didn't know if we were going to get the band back together or if we were really going to be let out of our contract. Like it was a whole thing. So when the contract finally ended, that was like really when I started like thinking about this, and putting out Love Me Better was a timepiece for me because that single was supposed to be a Why Don't We single. And yeah.
I
So
think everyone's names are on it.
yeah,
right?
yeah. So I kept all the guys' gang vocals on it.
I like that.
Do me right, do me wrong. We break up, then get back together. Get me high, leave me low. It's over, then you say forever.
I couldn't recreate them any better than they did, so I was like, guys, I hit them in the group chat. I was like, can I keep you guys on this song? Is that fine? They were all like, no. I'm just kidding. No.
Too bad.
Yeah, nah, they were all like, hell yeah. And that record, what's interesting about the stuff I dropped last year, although I love the music, is it was a very, like, a time of a lot of self-discovery for me. Like, just figuring out, how do I be myself for real without this mask of like playing a role, you know? And that was all I had been like trained to do in the group. My entire music career has been in a boy band up until this point. And so that comes with very specific parameters a lot of the time.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I was just like, what do I do? And for a little while I was like, I think people are going to want to hear me put out stuff that like is nostalgic from the group and, you know, feels like something Why Don't We would have done. And for a while I was like, yeah, excited about that. And I was like, people are going to love this. And, you know, I get to tug on the heartstrings and give people what they missed out on with the group ending. And as I started putting out those records, I started to feel like, okay, maybe this isn't really me. Maybe this is me trying to be something for the world rather than just like doing what I want to do. And so that kind of led into Panic. I think was a song I dropped last year with this group called Noted.
If you know that I kinda like how you're making me panic, reckless romantic.
DJ producer duo who are super sick. Been fans of theirs for years.
Noted or goated?
Noted or goated, both. Noted are goated.
Noted are goated. Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said.
Or. Yeah.
Noted are goated. Love those guys. And that was the first. We did a dance pop track together, and I've been into EDM music for a few years now. So that was the first time I felt like I was doing something that maybe the group wouldn't have done. It wasn't my own record, but it was like a step in the direction. And I think after that, I put out this song called Don't Run, which is a really great song.
Mm-hmm. Is this what it feels like to need someone? My heart's been stuck at a red light since you said we're done.
Really beautiful song. I love that song so much. And that was another kind of step towards, it had like harder drums and some rap verses, kind of. And then came like August, September, where it was like Tied Up came into existence. And then we did a whole writing camp for like 3 weeks over the course of like 2 months and wrote a bunch of music. And all of that music felt so much more specific and unique to like me. And I was like, oh.
It took those first few songs too, I feel, to kind of get out of your system and to find your lane.
Yeah,
yourself.
And sometimes it takes a while. I didn't think it would take as long as it did. But sometimes music just takes time. And it's interesting because in the group, especially 2019, we were putting out a single every month.
I know.
It was crazy.
Yeah,
while we were touring, it was a whole crazy thing. And I loved the momentum. It was so fun. But the songs weren't very specific. They were like, we were picking and grabbing from a bunch of different places and finding the best one and recording it and putting it out.
Yeah.
And so like, that was really my last experience, like, and I guess writing our album, but putting out music. So doing this and having it be very tailored to me and specific to my story and words I really wanted to say that, and wasn't trying to be anything else, was very just special and very eye-opening to see like what was possible for me as an artist. And I'm still continuing on that journey. I can't say I got it figured out.
No, you may never. I mean,
yeah,
you might just always
I know, right?
And that's all right. I think that's what kind of keeps creativity fun and fresh, is you're always exploring new things, trying new stuff. So when you were on the road, I got to say, one of my close friends who stays with me when he's in town from London is Jack Alexander Payne.
Oh, you know Jack Payne?
You guys merch guy,
what?
Isn't it?
Yeah,
Small
dude.
world, huh?
That's fire.
That's wild.
Oh, yeah, we got to send him a selfie later.
Yeah, we definitely will.
I love him.
But he used to, well, especially because back in that time, whenever he'd come to LA, he'd crash with me, and he was like, yeah, I'm on tour with the Why Don't Me Boys, and we're going over here, we're going over there. So it's good to meet
That's
you
really
now
small world.
and to see, what you guys have been up to.
I love that. He stayed with me for about like a month and a half, almost 2 months.
Oh, I've had him for weeks at times, yeah.
I love when he comes into town. He's such a joyful guy.
Oh, he's so positive and so British.
Yeah, he's so British.
I got real big plans, baby, for you and me. To love me for who I am and for who I'm gonna be. Ain't got everything you want, but got everything you need.
So when you guys set out with Why Don't We, did you kind of like achieve everything that like, because he would tell me about the tours you guys were doing.
Yeah.
You guys are doing like legit stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we ticked off just about every box that I had put on my bucket list.
Down to like all the, you went to like the Nickelodeon Awards and MTV stuff. And
we did just about everything.
The full experience, like the full boy band experience. You guys went in and made it happen.
I've grown so much since then too. It's so funny, like when you get into your 20s, and I feel like when you get into your 20s, you feel like, oh, you know, I'm in my 20s now, like I'm grown and
now I know everything.
Whatever. Yeah. But I'm 26 now. I'm almost 27, and I look back even at like 23-year-old me, and I'm like, I'm a completely different person than I even was at 23. 21, I like barely even know who that guy was. And I don't know if it's the same for everybody, and maybe the pandemic has something to do with it or whatever. But
no, but I do think it's a good thing, because you do grow. You grow, you change. And it's
so much growth.
Acknowledge that.
Yeah, but it's natural progression, and it's fun, and so many fun memories, and just making music now feels so much more. I've like fallen in love with it again in a way that I didn't know that I could, because I've always loved music, but it's like a little different now, and I like music. It's like better now, which is fun. And I think you're doing it for very personal for you reasons. Yeah.
And because you've always been a musician, like, did you grow up playing music and all that stuff?
Yeah. My parents forced me into piano lessons when I was like, I don't know, kindergarten, first grade.
I wish mine did. That's so cool. I wish my
I know, right?
did.
At the time, I
Forced.
wished. I know. At the time, I wished I wasn't taking them, because I was like, I want to be doing other stuff. But I had I think I discovered then that I had a natural ability in music. I became good at piano pretty quickly for the age that I was, and played piano for a few years. And
Hey, what's up, guys? Nick Major here with the Spout Podcast, and today's episode is brought to you by Google Gemini. So all of you college students out there, I'm looking at you because did you know that you can turn those complex topics that you are studying into simplified ideas, and all of those notes that you take all semester long, you can quickly turn those into practice quizzes to get you ready for the big test. And the hours of reading that you are currently doing can be turned into just several minutes worth of audio to listen to. And who doesn't love a good podcast? Just like the Spout Podcast that you're listening to now. You can do this all and so much more with Google Gemini. I love Gemini. If I'm researching for an interview for the Spout Podcast, for example, there is so much information out there on the internet to get together when you are researching the biggest artists out there. Gemini helps organize it for me. It simplifies it for me. Or if there's a big news story in the music world that breaks, it makes it so easy for me to kind of figure out how to break down the story in a simplified way for people who are listening. And the great news is that Google Gemini's Pro plan is free for 1 year for students. So sign up by October 6th to get free access to Gemini 2.5 Pro. You'll get unlimited image uploads, deep research, notebook, LM, 2 terabytes of storage, and more. Visit gemini.google/students to learn more and sign up. Terms do apply, but I assure you, Google Gemini will literally organize your life and make things so much easier. We're living in the future, everybody. Thanks to Google Gemini, we are living in the future. Let's get back to the Spout Podcast now.
When music really became a part of my life was when I turned like 12 or 13, and my parents got me my first electric guitar.
Nice. What'd you get?
It was a Ibanez. Well, it's actually kind of a funny story. It was a full-size, all-black Ibanez.
Was it huge compared to the little 12-year-old you?
Yeah, so we had to go back to the guitar shop because I couldn't play it. I couldn't reach all the way down the neck. I could, but it was like, couldn't play anything on it. And so we went back and got like a 3/4 size. I got a red Ibanez. It's like red and black.
Sick.
And I still have it to this day.
Have you ever recorded a song on it?
I haven't, but that's a really good idea.
You should, dude.
I know, that's such a good idea. I will, 1,000%.
Nice. That'd be cool.
But it's so tiny now.
Yeah, the reach will be so easy.
Yeah, it's so small. I'm like, yo.
You'll be shredding.
Mm-hmm.
So then guitar, did you ever do bands and stuff? Or like, were you ever doing solo shows like at local coffee houses? When did you start doing the actual music thing yourself?
Yeah, I started just like teaching myself guitar on YouTube, and this was kind of right around the time that Justin Bieber was starting to pop off.
Purpose is one of my favorite albums of all time, by the way. To this day, I listen to it.
Same top 5 for me.
Every year, still in my top listens, it's in my top 5.
Yeah, so good. It's a timeless album.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, this was, so I was like 12, 13, and this is like kind of right when like, right after like My World and like Believe had, I think, come out, and Shawn Mendes was popping off, coming from Vine and MagCon and whatever. And I had been playing electric guitar, and mostly was just playing for fun at this point, and because I enjoyed it, and I was playing like 3 Days Grace and Five Finger Death Punch,
okay,
and, like Shinedown, like Divorced Dad Rock,
Dad Rock.
And it was, I still love all that music, by the way. It's so good. It's being an adult now and listening to it. It's like,
it slaps. Yeah. Whenever I hear those hits come on,
I didn't know it at the time. I just like liked the guitar parts, but like listening to those records,
you gotta go to
now,
the shows. You ever seen Shinedown live?
No, but I need to.
It is a set.
Yeah,
I bet it
is. I bet it is. I need to. And then my dad had this old acoustic guitar that he got when I was like right around the time I was born. So it's like at this point like 15, 16 years old. And this is when I started really getting into Bieber. And I picked up the acoustic and I was like, I want to learn how to play this too. Because I'd had the rock phase and I was skateboarding at the time. And I was like, yeah. And then how I started singing is kind of a funny story too, because it kind of happened randomly. Like I didn't know that I was a decent singer until I was playing a lot of Call of Duty at this time.
Oh, bro,
a lot
I've
of
been
Call
playing
of
too much
Duty.
lately, and I haven't played it for years.
Yeah.
But lately I've been back into it.
Yeah,
so.
I've been on Battlefield. I've been playing the
Dude,
open
I was playing
beta
it last weekend.
Yeah.
Battlefield 6.
I was just playing last night. They reopened the beta for this weekend.
Oh, I will be on it this
so
weekend
good
as well.
Yeah, we should play.
Oh, dude, I've been having a blast.
It's all out warfare,
We'll swap,
dude.
It's so big, so crazy. You guys, you can blow up any building you want.
It's insane. It's like RPGs
flying over you, helicopters
like,
zooming
my
by.
God.
I'll see you on the battlefield, brother.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But you were playing a lot of Call of Duty, singing to people over Xbox Live. Is that what you were doing?
Yes, dude. I was. It's so like mostly as a prank. And I was singing like Grenade, Bruno Mars, and like
blowing people's minds.
Yeah, and eventually I got one of two reactions. It was either shut the fuck up, which I apologize for my profanity if this is.
Oh, you're good.
Okay. It's either shut the fuck up, squeaker, or why is this kid actually kind of good? And my friends at the time, who I only knew online, kind of like were encouraging me and would like ask me to sing for them sometimes, and were telling me I was kind of good, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm kind of good. And so I started live streaming on this platform called YouNow.
I remember YouNow.
That's one of the OGs, man.
Yeah, that was like pivotal in where we are today with any live streaming. Yeah, that's crazy.
YouNow was like the first platform that utilized like hashtagging in a big way and also monetized. It was one of the only live streaming apps that had like a tip jar basically, and so people could come in and could tip you money, and they would take their percentage, of course, but that was where I started making my first money as a musician, was on live streaming. And this is like 2015.
Is that around still?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Actually, no clue. But yeah, this is like 2015, like mid 2015.
So then would you stream on there? You'd play music for people and stuff? They'd come in, girls go crazy. Oh my God, he's so handsome.
Yeah, and that was the reaction, yes. And at the time I was like, yes. Because also I wasn't I was never popular in school.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was kind of a loner, like had only a couple friends, and sort of by choice, but not really. I was also a huge nerd, like not teacher's pet kind of nerd, but like was really focused on my grades.
Oh, so you got good grades?
Yes, I did. I was. The rule was if I got good grades, I could be really independent, basically, by my parents or by my mom. I lived with my mom.
Fair enough, because when you're in school, that's your whole life. That's all you got to prove.
Yeah. So she really, as long as I had good grades, she really let me kind of do whatever I wanted outside of school, which was awesome. And I know that doesn't work for everybody, but my parents raised me really well, and I thank them both.
Thanks, Mom and Dad.
So, and I just wanted to get good grades. I don't know. I was such a nerd, man, and that's probably why I didn't really have friends.
God forbid you want to get good grades. It does make life a lot easier, because I didn't get good grades, and it made my life so stressful.
And yeah,
in hindsight, I just wish I put in the work.
It's like a vicious cycle, because when you get bad grades, I've had my fair share of bad grades. You're like discouraged, and then you don't want to get the good grades, and it's like it's a whole vicious cycle. Mm-hmm. And also the school system, the same type of teaching doesn't work for everybody.
It's true. It's tough when there's so many different kids. And so you went to the internet. That's where you started to find, which I get that if you're a creative person and if you want to go out and start doing stuff, like that's such a good approach, especially with kids growing up. Where else are you going to go? You're going to go stream. You're going to go to social media. So you started to do that as an outlet.
Yeah, and I the only reason I started live streaming actually was because at the time, this girl who I thought was the hottest girl at our school live streamed on YouNow, and like I tuned in to just watch and see what she was doing. She was just like hanging out with friends, whatever. And that's when I saw the musicians tab under. So there's like guys, girls, musicians, singing, gaming, whatever. And I saw the musicians tab, and I like watched a couple people in there, and it was like people just like kind of like busking essentially, but for a camera and for the internet. So I got on one day and had like no viewers for the first few streams. I don't remember how many I did, and I think there was a turning point where it was very much luck based, being in the right place at the right time, and I think I had like maybe 25 viewers or something, and I was in second place under the musicians tab, and the person in first place had like 4,000 viewers or something like that. I don't remember who it was, and I wish I did so that I could give them props to this day, but they got off live stream, and because I was in second place, all of their viewers went to me. And so I got like 4,000 viewers out of nowhere. I didn't know this was going to happen either, and all of a sudden I see like the little number thing jumping up, and I think I was 16 at this time, maybe 17, and I was like, oh my God, like I don't know if I was prepared for this. So I'm just like singing my Shawn Mendes, Treat You Better, whatever, Stitches, whatever. And a lot of people stayed. I think I kept like 1,500 viewers in there for a lot of the time. And a bunch of people followed me on my profile there. And after that, I started pretty consistently getting like several hundred viewers at a time. And over the course of like the next year and a half, I was live streaming like almost every day.
The other guys that were in Why Don't We, were they all doing similar stuff? Like, did you guys, okay, cool.
Yeah, so Jonah had been on MagCon. That's where I met him, actually, was at the DC show MagCon, where I'm from. And because of the live streaming, I got the opportunity to tour with Jack and Zach on this app called, or not this app, on this tour called Impact Tour, which was actually ran by... Remember Alex from Target?
Yeah. It was ran by him?
Yeah, well, it was ran by his dad.
Okay.
And so, yeah,
Small
so his
world.
dad was kind of getting into the internet, you know, social media.
After his
touring.
son became the biggest meme, he was like, wait, there's something to this.
Yeah. And so the tour was super fun, met a bunch of people there, and that was the first actual, like, touring experience I had. I guess I'm leaving that part of it. Before that, my dad would randomly take me, and this is actually an important part of the story, because my dad would tell me we were going to go to a restaurant or we were going to go see a movie or something, like when I would visit him. And he would secretly pack my guitar in the trunk of his car, or maybe he had a truck at the time. I think it was a car, without telling me. And then we would pull up to like an open mic night at like a cafe or something like that. And he'd be like, "You're going up to sing." And I would be like, "Oh my God, you're really doing this to me."
That is so sick. So you would do it?
I would do it, yeah. Yeah, he would force me to do it. And I wanted to do it low-key, but the stage fright you get at a cafe, though, is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's so different than, like, an arena. It's way scarier.
It's way more intimate.
Yeah, it's way scarier. Like, even today, I would get... If I was in a coffee shop for, like, 20 people, I would be way more nervous than going to like Red Rocks.
We're in luck because we got 10 people behind this curtain to watch you play right now. No, but okay. So speaking of Red Rocks, you just did a Red Rocks show at least because of the song that you have out with two friends.
Yeah.
So what's the track that you guys did that you've also played it at Lollapalooza?
You know my
Yeah,
Right?
it's been an insane run. It's called No One Else, and it's a sick dance pop track, very bright, very happy, sick track. I mean, and I did not expect any of these performances to come from it, and they've been super gracious and have invited me out, obviously, to play at these shows.
Yeah.
And they've been some of the biggest shows I've ever played, even including the Why Don't We stuff. So I think the Lollapalooza show might have been the biggest crowd I ever played for.
Insane.
Yeah, it's like 30,000 people.
Yeah, that must have felt good up there.
And yeah, it was
cool.
crazy. It was
Easier
it was
than that
insane.
coffee shop show.
And low key, dude, I wasn't nervous for it. It was weird. I was nervous at like 2 p.m. earlier in the day, and I was like, oh, today's the day. Like, it's Lollapalooza. It's my first time at Lollapalooza. But like 5 minutes before showtime, like, all the nerves went away, and I was just like looking out at the crowd, and I was just like, you know what? Like, I do this.
And you killed
Like,
it.
this is what I do, and it was fun. I had no ears for it either.
Oh, really? Wow. So you're up there pretty much deaf.
I was blind.
Jeez.
I just raw dogged it.
Oh, and you made it through though. It sounded great. It looked great.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Where's Lollapalooza?
Chicago.
So, and then were you in Chicago, and did you cause such a disruption that the cops had to come and check out what was going down?
Yeah, I did.
So what the hell happened?
Well, I semi-organized like this meetup. I just told my fans just to meet me at the Bean a couple days before. I was like, meet me at the Bean at noon. I didn't expect like that much of it, I guess, because like Lollapalooza's going on, and I knew a lot of people that knew of me were going to be there, but the festival starts at noon, and it was the same day that Sabrina was going up, or Sabrina was headlining, so I knew like there's going to be a lot of my fans are going to want to be Barricade for that.
Mm-hmm.
And to get to Barricade, you got to get there at 10 a.m. wait
day
in the line,
before.
and then the second the gates open, you sprint across
Run
the
to
entire
those
festival.
barricades.
I saw some insane videos of people sprinting to the barricade. But yeah, I pulled up and I had my speaker with me because I wanted to play them some of what's going to be my EP and give them like a little taste of what's to come. And I walked up with my speaker, whatever. It's a big ass speaker, and I wasn't playing music. Well, yeah, I was playing music on it. Yes, and I walked up and I saw like a few girls turn around, right, and so a few people start walking over, and I was like, okay, this might be like, there might be like 20 people here. I don't know, and then like some people start noticing, and then it's like a horde of people starts walking over, and I was like, oh,
oops,
this is what this is gonna be. I didn't even get through half the song before security
Just
came over.
half of one song.
Yeah, and it was the song I was playing when I was walking up. It was Summer, my song Summer.
Feels like every summer, feels like every summer, there's a way that you move one way or another.
And immediately security was all over me, and they were like, you can't be playing music here. You're gonna have to move. And I was like, but why? Like, there's people over here with megaphones, like preaching. There's like so much going on.
True.
Like,
yeah.
I can't like play my music. I guess it's like city code and street performing. It kind of blends into street performing. I don't know.
And when there's too many people, is it a disturbance? Is it like,
I don't know, because there were a lot of people at the Bean.
Regardless.
Like,
Yeah.
It was like there were a lot of people there. But I mean, my group of people was a very concentrated group of people. And I guess because Lollapalooza heightened security, So anyway, we stayed there for a bit. I took some photos, and then we took a big photo in front of the Bean. We did like a big, cool party video for Summer that I posted a few days ago. And then I was like, okay, let's move, guys. I want to play you this music. So security told me that I could go away from the Bean elsewhere, but still in the general vicinity.
Away from the Bean.
So I was like, okay, like we'll go over here. So I walked over to this spot, and it was so funny. It was like me walking with my giant speaker, and then like 200 people following me. And we're going down like this zigzag like ramp, and so I'm just like looking up, like everybody's zigzagging behind me.
People behind
yeah,
you.
it was really funny. And this woman comes up. This was crazy. This woman comes up, and she's like, "Who's your leader?" And I was like, "Oh my god!" And and I didn't say nothing, but it became pretty obvious pretty quick.
The guy
that,
with the
like,
speaker.
Yeah, yeah. And she starts saying a whole prayer for me, which was super sweet, but like really interesting given the moment. And she started having me repeat after her, so I was like reciting this prayer, and everyone's watching. It was crazy.
Jeez.
And eventually, and she just kept going. I was like, when do I say amen? And
does it stop?
And so that was really funny. And then we're over in like this little corner pocket where it's grass, and we're like still inside the fence line of like the park that the Bean is a part of.
Uh-huh.
But I'm like, there's no way there's no one around here. Like, we're not disturbing anybody with the speaker right here. And it's like a fence and then sidewalk and then the street, right? I play like one song there, and security comes over, and they're like, you can't be here either, man. Like, you got to move. And I was like, what is going on? Like, where can I go? Please tell me where I can go. You told me I could go over here. I go over here. Where do you want me to go? And he's like, you can go right on the other side of the fence. And I was like,
inches away.
yeah.
But on the
So
other side.
yeah. So I go like on the other side of the fence, and there's like these big planters with like big plants, kind of like this one in there. And now we're outside the fence, but I guess we're bleeding a little bit into like what the property would be, because it's kind of an entrance into the park.
Another violation.
And that's when the cops show up, because there were so many of them too. There was like 6 cops and like an undercover cop, and I was like,
Blending in as one of your fangirls.
yeah, dude.
Joke's on you. I'm a
oh my
cop.
God.
You're like, whoa, dang.
I'd be like, just take me away.
But it was all settled nicely, I hope. Like, did they just say, get out of here?
They were upset because I was blocking the sidewalk, so like people walking by couldn't get by. So they were telling me to go to this other sidewalk across
They're
the
sending
street.
you all around Chicago. At
And
this
I was
point.
like, dude, if I go there, I'm blocking the sidewalk. What's the difference between blocking the sidewalk here and blocking the sidewalk there? And they were like, well, it's property lines. Like, here you're on city property.
Here you're on this.
Yeah, and so I was like, okay, I get it. But I was like, that sidewalk's also smaller, and I don't want to send 150 people across the street with me right now. And I also don't want people to bleed into the street on that side because the sidewalk's smaller.
So what was
and
the solution?
Like, they were like, sorry, you got to either accept the fine or you got to cross the street. And I was like, how much is the fine? And he was like, not that much. And so I was like, what should we do, guys? And but I didn't accept the fine because I was like,
so curious.
because I was like, if I accept the fine, am I gonna have to move anyway? does accepting the fine permit me to be here right now?
Yeah, or they're like, thank you, cha-ching, get out of here.
Yes, I didn't know, so I was like, you know what, I'll just cross the road. And they called me selfish for not wanting to cross the road. I was like,
like, I'm trying to just make this a peaceful situation.
Yeah,
I've been sent all over the
100
place at this point.
yeah. But anyway, they were nice-ish about it.
So but you got to play some new songs for the people.
Yes,
including
yes.
Summer.
So,
Which is that your newest release as of now?
Yes, it is. Yes.
So hit me with this track.
Yeah, Summer is a bop.
Do what you wanna, don't say. I'm working on myself and I got my own lane.
The song of the summer. That's why you dropped it, right?
Yeah. I dropped it kind of towards the end of the summer on accident because putting everything together for it and getting Jeremih in the studio around his schedule was a little bit tough, and I really wanted him on the record.
2:30 in the morning, leaving the club, you know I'm coming. When I get there, you know I'm on it.
But it's the song of the end of the summer.
The song of the end of the summer.
So that's what we're gonna pin it as. But it's it's always summer somewhere. Like in December, November.
It's summer in
January,
Australia.
It'll be summer in Australia. So I need my Aussies to pop off one time.
Come on, down under, friends.
Brazil, all of South America. You guys know what to do.
Come on.
And yeah, I mean, that track is so fun. That was actually the first. I misspoke earlier. That's the first song me and TenRoc worked on together.
Okay.
But I didn't write any of it. He had it in his. It was the first song he played me when he came over to my house. He came over to my house straight from the airport when he landed, and we were just talking. And he was like, "Can I just play you some stuff?" And I was like, "Please play me stuff." That was the first song he played me, and I was
that
like,
resonated right away.
Yeah, I was like, "This is the first song you're gonna play me, bro.
I'm in.
Let me record this right now." And so we recorded it that night, and that was like, August last year. So I've had the song for quite a while, actually. And then Jeremih became like a last minute kind of ad because the idea popped out of nowhere, and he liked the song and wanted to do it. But yeah, just getting him in the studio was a little bit tough because he's super busy. So getting him in, getting all the parts recorded, whatever. But I was like, it's worth holding the record until August because he sounds so good on it. And I've been a fan of his for years. So just for me, even to have Jeremih, a legendary R&B act, on the record.
So all in all, it was
sick.
like a year's worth of time.
Yeah.
From beginning to end of the project, kind of.
Yeah.
But that's awesome. And this is all leading up to a full-on release from you, yes?
Yeah.
So what's your plan with like a bigger release coming up this year? Your debut proper EP album?
Yeah, I think we're going to go EP.
Okay, okay.
I want to give the fans a little taste, but I'm also evolving a lot still.
Yeah, it sounds like you're still kind of finding which lane you're exactly...
Yeah, but the songs I have planned for the EP right now, I have 6 or 7 that are pretty much turned in. Everything is supposed to be delivered by next Friday.
Oh, wow. It's go time.
Yeah, so I don't know if the EP will come out on this side of the year or if it'll come out next year, very early next year. Still kind of having that conversation. I don't love releasing new music going into Christmas time. I think because people are, including myself, easily distracted by just Christmas noise, and I also don't really want to compete with Mariah Carey for the Billboard Hot 100.
I mean, that's as of next week. I think that's going to be the song that's
yeah.
topping the charts the rest of the year.
Yeah, so I'd rather,
maybe even hold off. And also,
so
in my head, I feel like if you're releasing it right at the end of the or at the start of a new year, it's got that new year on it.
Yeah.
That it released. And if you release it right at the end of the year, suddenly you're like, oh, it feels like it was released a year ago.
Yeah.
And
I like the idea of like redefining myself with a new year. And but the tracks are sick, man. The songs are really good. And I'm biased because they're my own, but
I'd be bummed if you're like, it kind of sucks, but it's going to come out.
No, I got to be honest, man. I'm really, really proud of all these records, and some of my fans have heard some of them. If you were at the Bean at Chicago, you've heard some of them.
Oh, that's great. And I know another one that I haven't heard yet because it's not out at the time of us talking. It's called Blink.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's an homage to my favorite band, Blink-182, but I have a feeling it's not.
You can interpret it that way if you want to.
So what can you say
Except the main lyric is "Don't blink."
Don't blink, you might miss it. Don't talk too much, just listen.
Okay.
It's sweet, I get it, but I want something acidic.
So this song, it's going to be coming out September 26th.
Yeah.
And what's this one all about? Like, what can I expect to hear? What are you looking forward to people hearing in it?
Oh, man. This song is super fresh. It's very fresh. It's very different than anything else that I've dropped. Not far off, but it's a little bit like not funky, but like it's very fun. It's playful. It's very. I don't even know how to describe it. It's a super unique record, and I'm singing all over it. And Tzuyu from Twice is the feature on the song.
Oh, cool!
And she is incredible. She's on all the choruses. I just met her at Lollapalooza actually for the first time, which was super sick. Yeah. Because they were performing. Now, their set was at the same time that the Two Friends set was, so I didn't get to see their set because I was on stage as well. And
bummer.
I wish I got to see it because everybody's been raving about it online, and I know I missed like a magical moment for those girls. But Tzuyu was super sweet. Super nice. We met backstage probably 30 minutes before they went up, and it was really cool. And she killed it on this record. This was all
locked in and done and finished by that point. You guys just have so this didn't like spawn into that quick meeting.
So we had sent her the song in like June, maybe it was May or June.
Yeah.
And she really liked the song, which I was not surprised by, but I was like, oh, that's dope, because she's in a really, really big girl group.
Yeah.
And she's a really big artist. And sometimes when you're approaching people like that, you know, your music either gets dismissed or they're super focused on their own thing, so it never reaches the point, you know, where they might even hear it. So for her to hear it and really like it, I was really excited about. And we sent her just like a version with a girl on the chorus that wasn't her, just so she had like a framework and knew the lyrics and whatever. And she sent back her vocal and killed it. And we were like, yes. Oh, she sounds so good on this.
How was that moment? You wanted to work with her on the track. You finally got to hear her on it. What was that like when you heard the chorus for the first time with her on it?
Super sick, because I had just been hearing like this AI demo version before. It was like, because we didn't have a girl in the studio the day we wrote it. So TenRoc just sang the chorus and then ran it through processing, and it kind of turned it into just like a random girl voice.
I would love to hear that recording.
And yeah, I'll play it for you. And so I'd just been listening to that for a couple months, and it was cool, but I was like, I can't fully imagine what this could be with like a real person on it. And so then when Tzuyu sent back her vocal, I was like, yes. And she sounds so good, and because she's Korean, she has a little bit of like that Korean inflection, which I love. Big fan of K-pop music, and I've been writing some K-pop recently. I have a couple big K-pop cuts as well.
Oh, nice.
So like to be kind of diving into this world on the artist side feels really cool, because I've been kind of in the behind the scenes side of it for a little while now.
And you're a fan of it, so of course you want to incorporate it into your own art.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
And so I'm just super grateful that she's on the record and that she wanted to do it and that she loves the song, because I really love this song. And it's a song no one's ever heard anything like this from me, and there's also nobody doing music, at least no guys doing music like this song in the industry right now.
Okay, I'm excited to hear this.
Which might be a bold statement. Maybe there are, but not that I know of. And I listen to a lot of music. So.
No, I'm looking forward to it. September 26th is when it drops. The song is Blink, and I'm excited for it. And it sounds like before too long we'll get that EP. I have to ask, before I let you go, one story I want to know about from you guys was Sabrina Carpenter opened for you guys at a Christmas show.
Yeah,
like
I don't
in 2018 or something like that.
Yeah.
And how crazy, because she's like the biggest name in music right now.
Yeah.
But I'd love to hear about your encounter with her, please.
You saw my TikTok about this, didn't you?
What? No. Yes, go on.
Radio show, I think it was 2018. We were backstage, and I think we were the headliner for the show. She was opening up for us technically.
Jeez, what a brag. Sabrina Carpenter opened for me.
Oh man, it doesn't even feel right to say, because she's so dope and she's the biggest artist in the world right now.
She seems so sick.
And she's so different now than she was back then, as are we. But
you were kids back then in hindsight.
Yeah. I think she's the same age as me. Maybe she's a little, I don't know how old she is actually. I'm not going to just spit lies right now. I don't know how old she is.
I could be completely wrong. She's in her 70s.
And that would be crazy.
I know.
Stem cells.
I'd be like, whoa.
Yeah, stem cells going crazy. No, so back to the story. We were walking by each other. I was like last in the line of the guys, right? And we're just passing each other backstage, and I thought to myself, I'm going to say something stupid to this girl. So as she was walking by, I looked at her and I was like, hey, your socks are untied. And I like kept walking and like looking, and she like looks down and looks at me and is like, what? And that's all it was. That was my only and my last encounter with Sabrina Carpenter.
And I hope you made a lasting impression.
And I hope she doesn't remember it. I wonder if she does. If she does, that'll be really funny.
Sabrina, do you remember it? Also, I think a collab with Corbyn would be phenomenal.
Let's do it.
So think about that.
Come on.
But with that, Corbyn, thank you so much for chatting, man.
Hell yeah, thanks for having me.
I can't wait to hear the new music, the new release. It's really cool that you're on a path of being able to create your own stuff. You're not with the guys anymore, which was such a cool time.
Yeah.
But I think that gave you all a chance to experience the music industry, grow up a little bit, and now you're on this path of making your own stuff. So we've got Summer, we've got Blink
coming, EP's coming,
more songs
coming.
after that. Tour.
Yeah.
So
I'm really excited, man. It feels like a very pivotal moment in my life and in my career, and I'm just really stoked to like be the real me for the world, kind of for the first time. And the music's really good. I am very proud of it, and I hope it makes my fans feel literally anything. I hope it makes them feel happy, though. There's a lot of happy vibes on the EP, and I just want to get people dancing again, man. There's not enough people dancing.
Amen to that.
I want to get people on the dance floor.
Gonna change the world, one song at a time.
It's time.
Everybody,
man.
get up off of your phones right now and dance to some Corbyn Besson. Is it Besson? Did I say it right that time?
It's Besson, yeah.
Besson. We're going to dance our way out here, Corbyn Besson. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you for having me, man. Appreciate you so much.
Great chat. We got to take a picture for Jack.
Let's do it.
All right. Have a good one, everybody.
Bye, guys.